Hi Scorpio, thank you for tuning into my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe once you start watching this video. So this is your February 14, 2020 Valentine reading for Scorpio. So again, the way I read, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I've been doing this for a while, and my style is sometimes I use the meaning of the cards, but most of the time I just say what comes to mind once I look at the picture. So these are kind of like a concentration tool. I use images, and sometimes it, you know, communicates to me in a different way. So yeah. So now, what is the message for you, Scorpio? Well, what I'm seeing here is that you've gotten back on your feet, okay? You know, you're focusing on your money, you're focusing on your success, you're trying to be more passionate about the more practical things in life versus letting yourself get carried away by love and the trouble that usually brings you, because you put so much in and you also expect as much as you put in to be you know, reciprocated by your partner. And the problem is that you know, your partner has always fallen short of this, and it's caused you so much anxiety, so much trouble. You've even lost everything in the past because of putting someone before you, before your needs, and heavily emotionally investing heavily in the relationship, emotional, you know, like in an emotional sense. So the message for you is, you know, be like this, be like the King of Pentacles. You know, he might be slower than the rest of the other kings in the Arcana, but he's very passionate. He's very passionate about being there for his family, providing for his family. You know, the slow but sure route, but it's very, you know, you have to be very passionate about, you know, the people you care about and the kind of lifestyle that you want for the people you care about and for yourself, to really, you know, stick to your guns and work really, really hard and not making any compromises when it comes to providing. So this is kind of like the energy that I'm being told that you're kind of celebrating right now, or you're kind of like finally stepping into yourself. But you still will have some conflicts and some internal struggles because of the past, because of also your future worries, and this can really influence you know, what you are going to manifest this year for what you want. So okay, great, things are doing well for work, but then the only reason why things are succeeding and doing much better for you is because there's no one in your life right now. And the thing is that, you know, you've been able to avoid this because you've just kind of like decided to, hey, I'm just going to focus on me and take care of myself and focus my goals while I'm single. So the dangerous thing about that is, as long as you're single, you're okay. But then when somebody comes, you know, into your life, you know, we don't want it to be like a big Jenga tower, you know? Okay. So this is also the time where you're going to be very well known. You're going to start to be noticed for, you know, your effort at work, or maybe something that you've always been doing and nobody really noticed until now. Okay, you're going to get some recognition, and that's going to really validate you. I'm getting this message here for a single mom, probably. Okay, sometimes I associate this card with the single mother energy. So if you're a single mother, all right, and you've recently just gotten out of a relationship, perhaps a couple of months ago, what I'm being told to tell you is that you see this energy. This is the energy of the King of Swords. He is someone that I would say that if you're in a situation where somebody has to negotiate a side, you want to be the side that this king negotiates for, because he's very much about what benefits him and the people that he is taking care of. Okay, so this is what you need to do, because there's going to be a shift in the energy and a shift in your environment, and this is going to really, you're starting to feel the wheels, like the wheel of fortune turn in your favor. Like it's actually a lot better now than it was before, but you have to be reminded that this is something that goes around in a circle. There are good times, there are bad times. They will always be there, and a relationship is never going to be perfect. There are going to be good and bad times. But what you need to remember is that it's how extreme these good times are and how extreme the bad times are, and how far away they are from each other, because then it could be these patterns that you have not really let go of resurfacing, and it just means that you never really tackled them. So this is something for you to remember, that there has to be a balance. Love doesn't have to be that hard all the time, and you don't have to make it so hard for yourself and so hard for the other person coming in. So I'm kind of getting this thing like you have to learn how to relax even in the bad times, even if things are not going well with a future partner, because you have to learn how to strike a balance. I think that's very, very important. And you're going to be given every opportunity to do that this year. All right. Here, what I'm seeing is that while I do feel that this should not be a year for relationships, I feel though that it's a year where you're going to come across two people. Okay, that's what I'm getting away from, from this Two Swords. The Two of Swords here for me, it kind of like, the traditional sense is that it's kind of like a ceasefire. It's like a moment in time where people like agree to have no chaos and not really do anything, and kind of keep the status quo, like a ceasefire. But what I'm seeing here is that there's going to be two energies that are going to come into your life, and you're going to, for the first time in your life, not really rush into it and get carried away. And you kind of actually are going to want to see how these people are, how they treat you, how often they come along, like to take it slow. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? This is what I'm seeing. This person is like not waiting per se, but kind of like looking to see what the next move is, observing what's going on. And I feel that's going to be something that you're going to need to do when these two energies come in. And I have to say that it's not dating, okay? These are going to be people that are going to come into your energy, are going to have interest, but you're just going to keep them at arm's length in a friend zone thing, I think, at least until next year, okay? Because if you do this, if you try your best to be mindful, be balanced, when you do meet these two people, you're going to come into this wonderful stage in your life where your cup is going to be overflowing. It's going to be full of love and abundance. It's going to be what you have been looking for, but it's only as near to you as you want it to be when it comes to your actions. Every time you give in to old ways of thinking and bad habits and self-destructive habits, then this gets further and further away. So I want you to know that whatever it is that you're going through, I don't know why I'm getting this message, whatever it is that you're facing right now, please know that if you stick it out and you really keep working on yourself, you're going to get what you want. Okay? So that's your Valentine reading. I hope that resonated with you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you have any questions, if it resonated with you, if it didn't, all comments are welcome, as long as it's at least not rude. This is supposed to be a safe space. So anyway, I look forward to doing your next reading next time I post a reading about you.